it comes. 1, 2, 3. Woo! How's it going, everybody? Nick DiVirgilio here. Welcome back to Groovy Thursdays. We're at groove number 33 in our Groovy Thursdays hang, and this is a very cool groove from Tears for Fears. The song is Break It Down Again from the record Elemental. Let's do it. Over the past few weeks or so here at Groovy Thursdays, I've been picking some more technical grooves, lots of odd time signatures, fast, crazier things, and I thought I'd take a step back, go back to the basics for a week. It's always great to go back to the basics and pick a good fundamental groove to work on your time and your backbeat and your feel, and that's what this groove is. It's a very cool groove to play, Break It Down Again. First off, the song is really cool. Great melody, nice energy. When I got to play this song live with Tears for Fears, it was always a highlight of the show. Fans really dug it. And you have to play a groove like this for a long period of time. There's not much to it other than the groove. It's very simple fills throughout, so it's all about being solid, playing this groove for 3.5 minutes or so, and making everybody want to dance the whole time. I've said it before, and I'll definitely say it again right now. I enjoy playing simpler grooves equally as much as playing hard and technical stuff. It might not always be as exciting as some crazy, fast technical groove, but when you lock into a simple groove and get into the zen of the whole thing and play it for a song length and it feels good the whole time, your mind doesn't wander, there's like a victory there, you know? It's a really cool thing as a drummer to be able to do that and have it feel good the whole time. And this is a great groove to practice that kind of thing with. All right, all that being said, let's get into it. The groove is in 4/4 time at 109 BPM, and it's a bar long. Let's start with the snare drum part. It plays on beats 2 and beats 4, basic backbeats. Now onto the kick drum pattern. You play right on beat 1, then you play on the last 16th note of beat 2, 2E and then beat 3, the downbeat of beat 3, and 3 and. What's cool about this little pattern is that double that happens on 2E and 3. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Having a good solid double or going back and practicing your doubles is always a great thing to have because you're going to use that in your drumming all over the place. Whether you're playing a groove like this or a funk beat or Latin music, a double is a great tool to have in your tool belt. You know, a great piece of vocabulary to have in your arsenal. And it comes in really handy with this particular groove. So, as we do here at Groovy Thursdays, let's vocalize the kick and snare pattern. Here's our pulse. Let's sing it out together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, ka, ba boom, boom, ka, boom, ka, ba boom, boom, ka, boom, ka, ba boom, boom, ka, boom, ka, ba boom, boom, ka. It's a simple pattern, right? You've probably heard this or played this in your drumming life many times. This is not the only song this particular kind of groove is in, but what's great about it is that it just works. It's working great for this tune, and it's a great groove to practice. Now onto the hi-hat pattern. And what's cool about this, in its repeating, it repeats the same thing over and over again, but there's actually a little bit of independence between the hi-hat and the kick drum. The hi-hat plays the same thing every beat of the bar, okay? It's right on the downbeat, then on the and, then on the last 16th, the and then again on the next downbeat, and then you keep repeating that. Now let's take a quick second here to vocalize the hi-hat pattern. Here's our pulse. Let's do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Tat 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 tat, or 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Do that. Get the flow going between your voice and your brain and your clapping, just like any other groove, simple or hard, and you'll really start to internalize it. Where the independence comes in between the hi-hat and the kick drum, the double on the kick drum starts on the last 16th note of beat 2. The hi-hat plays on the downbeat, then on the and then the So you have a single hi-hat hit on its own on 2 and then the hi-hat and the kick drum have to play together on 2E and on the downbeat of beat 3. So they play the double together. That's cool because you want no flamming between the hi-hat and the kick drum. You want those to be solid and totally locked in together. In my opinion, it's the little things like this, these little nuances in drumming that take a player from, say, average status to more experienced or professional. Pick your favorite word here, but it really raises the bar of the player when you can do these little things well, solidly, for a long period of time, and they feel good in a groove. The last thing I'll say about this simple yet very effective groove to practice is getting back to the snare drum, the backbeat on 2 and 4. You want those to be solid, loud, cracking. Those backbeats, those snare drum hits are the foundation of the groove. It's the part that makes you want to clap. Boom, ka, boom, ka, do, 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 ka, do, 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 ka. So hitting those snare drums solidly with conviction, rim shots each time, I would say, just so they're nice and powerful and the volume level is the same, is a great thing to think about when you're practicing this groove. And there you go, groove number 33 in our Groovy Thursdays hang. A simpler groove to bring us back to the basics here for a week. Let's break it down again from the band Tears for Fears, the record Elemental, a groove that's really fun to practice and has some really nice things in it that will give you some nuance in your drumming. If you like what's going on here at Groovy Thursdays, I ask that you like this video, share it with all your friends, subscribe to the channel, bring on the suggestions and comments for future grooves, and we'll see you next week for groove number 34. Cheers, everybody.